It's
so
scary.
Other than like, no, the clap is it's a waveform that shows up when you go like that. It shows up on the audio file as a waveform, and that's how you sync it up with the video. But the software I have syncs up the audio that the camera records with the audio from our recorder, and then it's all aligned anyways, and then I just delete the audio from the camera because the audio from the camera sucks ass.
Okay.
It's not that bad.
It could be better. Anyways, welcome. Everybody introduce yourselves.
So my name is Adonis Munoz, and I'm here to do this podcast with my boys.
Instantly so.
Jesus.
What else would I sell myself as?
This is not his first time introducing himself.
Yeah, for sure.
And definitely not his first time pandering to the masses here. Adonis Munoz.
I'm
Slide.
Curtis. I'm not going to go into the details. It does not fucking matter. Curtis Wingert, if we're doing last names. Hi.
Joseph. You never get my fucking last name. That's fine. It's I'm Joseph Icicle IA. Shocking. We should have really named this and Jamie podcast, but obviously
Gents and Tonics would be fine.
Gents and Tonics.
That's a good one.
It's all right. We are here for our inaugural, real first group get together podcast here.
This is the pilot. We're waiting to be picked up by a major network.
Hey, I'm Jamie. I'm in finance.
He's our money guy.
Holy shit.
And Joe's our spitter. You just spit on the dog.
Like,
That should be a room. That should be a move on the bedroom, and not on an animal.
hey, get out of here, buddy.
Jesus Christ. Okay, we are about to get this podcast started off. Not so smoothly
Looking for a
to
man in
begin,
Spitters are quitters.
They are critters.
but it's all love between us.
All I'm saying is we aren't looking for a man in finance. We got him right here.
Hey, it's all love between us boys, especially the ones that spit.
You add it to your grinder profile.
Spitters aren't quitters. I'll have you know.
Spits.
Yeah. That just happened.
Yeah. We were kind of mumbling about the LA fires earlier,
Yeah.
but that was before the introduction.
So what is this about State Farm pulling out? Like, you
Not-
think conspiracy? Like, what? Like,
Yeah, so as far as I know,
Yeah.
State Farm is one of the largest
yeah,
U.S. insurance companies.
For sure.
Right? They're
Yeah.
a huge supplier to their people.
yeah,
And they had the foresight to understand what LA was capable of or how LA was capable of handling any forest fires in the future.
Yeah.
It's a dry climate, right? They're at a high risk for fires.
yeah.
And they had just cut the fire department's budget by like $7 million. So State Farm had said, you know what, they are not worth protecting,
Yeah.
right? Like, how would they ever recoup their money if they can't? If their own city could even protect their people, their properties, right? Can you imagine? Imagine. Now it is LA.
So,
Right, but
but
yeah.
think about it. Think about where we live and the amount of forest fires that we have to fucking deal with in
You
the
know what?
summers, like between us and BC, right?
You
Like,
ever-
So what if our insurance companies start doing the same bullshit?
They have.
Oh fuck.
They
Oh,
have.
yeah? Really?
The hailstorm, so the last major hailstorm,
Yeah,
2019. Right?
No, it wasn't 2019. It was 2024.
Yeah.
The last major hailstorm
I'm sorry.
in Calgary.
I'm sorry.
One
So,
acre, at least.
2024 was the last one. I know that because I've been hit and I'm still waiting for my claim.
Same.
Prior to that was 2019. And people loved it. People loved it. All of Calgary loved it. You know what they did? Was that people had said, give me my money and I'm going to go to any private contractor to fix my house.
Yeah.
Right? So they would get
They
these
got their
private
check.
contractors to assess their homes and they were forced, insurance companies, because they've never dealt with mass destruction that large before. They were forced to hand out billions of dollars to Canada, to Calgary, to Calgarians, and all they did was hire private contractors to fix their homes, and a lot of them for a lot less of what they actually were quoted for.
Yeah,
so a lot of people actually pocketed the money. That's from what I hear. Insurance companies now have gotten a lot smarter, right? So now they will say they'll do. Oh, it's messed up. They'll do what's called an age assessment.
Oh yeah, because it loses value.
That's right.
Yeah.
They never did that before. So they will take a look at your house and be like, "Hey, when was the last time you got these shingles replaced?" Oh, these shingles haven't been replaced for 10 years. Okay, let's say
half their life, half the price.
That's right. Let's say they degrade like 15% a year. They'll calculate on this. By the time you're said and done with their final assessment, it's like pennies. My father had just gone through it. They had said the repairs to his house was $25,000, but because they haven't done any upgrades or replaced the shingles or the siding to his house in like years, they were gonna take off like $17,000.
Is this a new clause?
This is brand new,
Dude, that's really slimy.
because insurance companies are getting smarter.
Yeah, that's slimy.
Slimy. Grimy.
You know, speaking of insurance, I will say it is nice to have public healthcare as opposed to what the U.S. deals with. And
But what about a blended?
for now.
for now,
But it's becoming more blended.
do you think so?
It's definitely not one. It's not white or black.
There are private sectors of healthcare out there.
Yeah.
Nusu
is a private sector of healthcare,
Yep.
right?
It's there to alleviate the burdens of the public. It's not
Right.
there to replace.
No.
Nusu is a home care service that Joe Asakai is a founder of. Please visit the website, nusu.com.
Dude, that was a really
Or
good
download
plug.
the app.
That was a good plug.
Available on Google Play and
Yeah.
I'm only
Apple
here.
App Store.
I'm only here as a sponsor to make sure that every 5 seconds
He doesn't get
say Nusu the way it
just
to be
wants
said. There is no O, except the 2 O's before the U.
Wait.
And it's nusu.ca. I'm gonna have to smack Adonis later.
My bad.
This is our dog, Marvel, as well. Or my dog. Sorry, he's interrupted.
He's our mascot.
He doesn't know. He doesn't know he's on camera.
He's
but
the dog and tonic.
yes.
Not sponsored by...
He's the hair of the dog.
He's the hair of the dog.
Whoa.
That's good.
I thought I was making the puns.
Hair of the dog.
buddy.
Okay, buddy. It's okay. I don't mind.
Yeah, I know.
I don't mind.
Alright.
So,
Too funny.
MMA. You guys ever try MMA?
of course.
You have?
Yeah.
When?
You're just trying to get me choked
Jiu-jitsu.
out. Now.
You have?
Really?
Shit, I didn't know that.
No way.
Oh yeah.
And so how'd you like it? How long you do it for?
A couple of years, but it was.
Just an abusive relationship he was in. It took me a while to get out.
Nice.
He just wouldn't tap. He's stubborn that way.
I've never been submitted.
Okay, so was this in Calgary?
Yeah.
Okay, what time? What club?
No, sorry, it wasn't Calgary. It was in BC.
Okay, okay. What was it called?
Plug right now.
Yeah, plug it.
Maybe, who knows? Maybe it might not even be around anymore.
No,
Who knows,
I don't
right?
think
Yeah.
it still is. It was just. What was it even called? It was MMA Collective or something like that.
Collective. Okay. Yeah.
It was a lot of fun.
That's good, yeah.
Obviously, more geared towards the athleticism, but
Did you do like jujitsu?
yeah,
Yeah. Jujitsu's fucked, hey?
it is.
So those that don't know, Jamie's our MMA master here.
I'm not. I'm definitely not.
He's basically
I'm not.
JD Sensei at this point.
He's got a black belt in hugging.
Yeah.
And we're gonna end off our podcast with Jamie submitting Curtis here. So
It's not going to take
You're gonna
much.
see
I
it.
like being a little spoon.
That's not what he said.
rear,
last night.
rear naked choke me, baby.
It's gonna be a bit more than that.
Whoa.
So, both of you guys taking jiu-jitsu, what was it like starting? Tell me about that process, or tell me about what got you into it.
Well, I don't know about Jamie, but like for me, it was just intense. Like the thing that got me into it was just more of the, like I say, the athleticism and trying to deal with some pent up aggression.
How old were you?
Okay. Okay, and then when you walk into that dojo, were you like, oh yeah, I'm gonna fuck some people up. I'm gonna get some of this pent up shit out of me.
You know, more just
Jojo in the dojo.
17.
Stop!
good.
I was 17, 18, and I. Honestly, there's a lot of frustration going on at that time.
Dojo in the dojo.
That's fair.
Sorry, man.
How old
You
were
can't do shit like that. That's gonna fuck me up, man.
That's right. I'm the one that was never taken a martial arts class of any kind. So I'm just shit talking.
And so, like, you were pent up. You were like, I need an outlet.
I needed something to do that wasn't just, it wasn't just standard working out. It wasn't just, like, it felt like you were working towards something as opposed to,
Yeah.
how much weight can I lift. But it was,
I like that.
in that way, it was a lot of fun. It just, it scratched an itch.
Yeah. What about you, Jamie?
Just like cardio, I'd say.
You just
Like, I
wanted to do it for cardio.
Honestly, and I wanted to learn some stuff.
The learning.
Yeah, that's and like I feel like
Like the manipulating your body,
Crazy,
or
and I
like
couldn't-
balance and shit, or
Yeah,
what
just,
was it like? What was it like the test of like what your body's limits was?
exactly. I couldn't
Yeah.
believe like people actually like walk the streets and know this shit.
Right.
That blew my mind after leaving.
Right.
I was like, there's people that are integrated into society
Yeah.
that know this shit.
Yeah.
That's fucked.
Oh, it's terrifying.
It's actually very terrifying.
He didn't do MMA, but he was a martial artist that I went to school with, and he had, I don't know, like 3 black belts and different things. He was the lethal little man. He was not very big, maybe 120 pounds, and I can't remember what happened. I think he had a girlfriend or something who was like getting assaulted at a bus stop or something back in like high school,
Right.
and he beat the shit out of these guys.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty
Just
sure
took 'em.
He took on 3 people like on his own. Yeah, no issues
For sure.
And
What do you think it was? Do you think it was like Muay Thai? Do you know what kind of like fighting style it was?
I can't remember exactly what it was. No, it was.
think it was just boxing.
No, it was more than that. Like it was
probably-
like the
probably
guy.
Thai.
The guy was like flipping around. Like he was a gymnast on top of all this. Like he was a specimen. And I
Right.
can't remember if he got charged. Like I can't remember hearing that he said like he had the potential of being charged with like a weapon, even though it was just his fist.
Yeah.
That depending on how much you know and how if you're a black belt and all this kind of
You know
stuff.
what? I've always heard that. Is that actually true?
Yeah.
Is
Yeah,
that
it
really
is.
true?
Yeah.
If you know, if
Weaponize
you,
your hands.
If
Yeah.
you know martial arts, now you're weaponizing your hands. You're actually
can
going to be charged
with assault with a dead there's an additional assault charge that you can face as a result of knowing
Fact
what you
check.
know while also kicking ass.
Because you could definitely like anybody that's trained going against an untrained civilian would starch them in 5 seconds.
Easy. Side note: food will be here in a second.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is that like that's crazy. Like I've known, so I've been in martial arts, been around that for years, but like I've also known some really shitty like blue and brown belts, and I'm like, how the fuck did you even get your belt? You're such a fucking pussy. It was like almost like a participation badge. Right? Oh, here you passed your test.
Yeah.
But you're
Like, they
gonna tell
bought their-
me that
They bought their belt.
yeah. But you're gonna tell me that because they have their belt blue or brown belt that they landed a punch right that they're gonna be charged because
But
they're
it's
just
just
a
like
lethal weapon.
it's literally just like Jamie was saying that like the blind can lead the blind in this particular experience, because like, how do you know that the person who's teaching you doesn't know shit? Or how do you know that the person who's teaching you is literally just like as knowledgeable, or like they got their training from like fucking Jackie Chan? How do you know?
Yeah, true.
Right? Somebody shows up with the right credentials. They talk a big game. They show you some stuff that you're like, okay, that's pretty legit. Or like the people around them are showing you stuff that looks legit.
Yeah.
You're not gonna fact check like. So what part of Thailand have you actually trained in? Like, how many years in Japan did you spend? Or like, what variety of Chinese kung fu is your go-to? You're not going to be asking and doing that kind of background check on your local MMA gym.
True. True.
Yeah. I mean, it all with the good thing with MMA, it all ties back to the Gracies and that lineage. So if you can tie it back to, well, who trained who? So I know that the guy who started this gym is tied to Roy Harris, who was trained by Gracie's son or uncle or something like that.
One of the Gracies.
Or one of the Gracies who started jiu-jitsu. Then you're like, oh, okay.
Hair of the dog.
Yeah. Come on, buddy.
It's like,
The other way.
This is my chair now. How dare you?
How dare I? How dare you? Okay, good boy.
All right, we're gonna take a break. Pizza's here.
Eat some pizza.
I think that's the first. I think that was a great first start to our podcast. Gents and Tonics, gentlemen.
Okay. Dope. Nice.
Do I load this up so you guys see what you look like on a computer?
It's gonna look
How did it
ridiculous.
sound?